and welcome back to my channel. I just thought I'd pop on and show you a deck that's arrived today that if you are thinking of helping somebody on taking their sort of initial footsteps into the world of tarot, and that you might have tried with other decks, even the traditional RWS, and it's just not sinking in, and yet that desire to learn the tarot is still there in the person, then this might just be the deck for you. This is the Broke Bitch Tarot Training Deck. Okay, it's by Kat, Taryn and Taryn Masterson. It comes in a little tuck box that's ornately decorated with a satchel, which I love. I actually love that. It reminds me of my school satchel and the satchel that I actually have here myself that I use for my tarot. And the reason I purchased this, people might be thinking, well, Elaine, if you've been doing tarot for all this time, why on earth are you looking at a training deck? Well, I actually bought two of them. There's the sealed one. And I also purchased a reading cloth. And I'll show you the reading cloth in a second. Now, why did I buy this? My son, who's recently, early on this year, decided to leave home and set out in the independent world, is making an absolute great move and is working hard, but hasn't managed to get the time to continue his tarot study, yet wishes to. So I decided getting two decks means that he can work with his, and he can have a reading cloth that already has a spread drawn onto it, and I can use mine with him, in conjunction with him. We can either do it by Zoom or when he pops up here every few weeks or so. It's just something that we can share and do together. And the reason I got this one was because I just thought it quirky, quaint, and a lovely step, like I say, into the tarot world. On the back it tells us that no expensive companion book, no educational retreat with a tarot guru, no elite initiation under a full moon. You wanted a deck, so here's your deck. You can go further, you can get more resources, but if this is all you have, you'll have what you need. As a pair of broke witches ourselves, we wanted to develop the cheapest and easiest path to learning tarot quickly, whether you use it to find yourself, to make a few bucks for groceries. You're part of the fold now, and we look out for our own. Welcome to your tarot journey. Welcome to the Broke Bitch tribe. Welcome home. Isn't that lovely? Okay, it might be aimed at witches, but I'm sure it will fit in the hands of young wizards too. The deck is a nice small size, you know, it's a handy size. The images are very clear, there's no nonsense images, and all the backs are the same with a little bit of writing on the back. Now, as it says, it comes with no guidebook, etc., but you have two cards that are instructional, very brief instructions, cheat sheet, major arcana, 22 symbol or archetype cards. They relate to big life lessons and themes. Minor arcana, 14 numbered and court cards per suit. They are set up similar to a poker deck and relate to daily life. We've got, just bear with me here, quick and volatile and slow and steady. And then it explains wands, fire, creation, action, summer days, swords, air, logic, reason, spring, weeks, cups, water, emotions, relationships, fall, coins, earth, finance, stability, winter years, ace, potential, 2, duality, 3, connecting, 4, stability, 5, adversity, 6, growth, 7, perspective, 8 is change, 9, abundance, 10, completion, page are messengers, knight is action, queen is mastery, and king authority. I will let you know now the print on it is tiny, tiny, tiny. I do have to use my magnifying glass on that. But that, you know, my eyes are getting older, the same as my body. And then we have another quick reference guide, which gives us a sort of 3-card spread. So we've got past, present, future, internal, external advice, now, near future, long term, option A, option B, advice, situation, advice and likely outcome, tips to consider, shuffle until it feels natural to stop, sit aside any cards that fall or jump out for special insight. Check the bottom of the deck for what's underlying or not being seen in the situation. Note what face cards are looking to or away from, or in the same direction. Note if there are more majors or minor cards, and then trust your intuition over any keywords or tips. And lastly, just have a good time. So those are the 2 advice cards that come with it, which I think are perfect for a beginner. You're not having to root through little white books, because, you know, at the end of the day, when I look at the print on that, and then I think back to my very first deck that I had, and the little white book that came with it, I had to use a magnifying glass then too. It's almost like history repeating itself. Now let's look at the cards. The cards you'll see are clear, crystal clear, and have a little bit of advice for upright and reversal. So upright, it would say, innocence, new beginnings, leap of faith. Reversed, recklessness, being naive or procrastination. I love it. I love it. Then we have the magician. This actually looks like me standing at my table where I do my little witchery things, witchery pokery. And here we have, look at her tattoos. She's got tattoos even on her chest. My goodness. I didn't know that beforehand. Oh, we're twinnies. Resourcefulness, manifestation, making things happen. Reversed. Lack of clarity, manipulation, illusion. So you can see from what I'm saying how the cards are laid out and how they are created to help somebody setting out in the world of tarot. The High Priestess. And there, you know, we look at the High Priestess, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, unconscious mind. Repressed intuition, doubts, betrayal. The Empress. The Emperor. The High Priest. So we have the High Priest instead of the Hierophant. I actually quite like that. And I love the way it's sort of ink and watercolour, line drawings and watercolour. Then we have the Lovers. It's a very modern take on the Lovers, and I do like it. The Chariot. It's like my 2 little dogs. When I take them for a walk, they pull me along, especially on the beach. Justice. That's very modern what we see going on in the world today. So upright we have cause and effect, truth gets what's deserved. Reversed, injustice, corruption, lack of accountability, which unfortunately in today's world there does appear to be quite a bit of. The Hermit. Oh, and that is very, very much so the modern day hermit. Wheel of Fortune. And take a close look at this Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to hold it there for a little while and just look how it shows how life can change on a dime. How seasons come and seasons go, how we have our ups and our downs, our lows and our highs. You see the person falling on down and out on the bottom, and imagine that wheel rotating. They're falling and really out for the count over this side here. Then you've got the two smartly dressed people. Strength. The Hanged Man. Death. Okay, Sam. Then we have Temperance. The Devil. Oh, I can so relate with that and the mobile phones. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. I like that Judgment card, and I like what it says. Self-evaluation, awakening and forgiveness. And then reverse, self-doubt, repeating mistakes, ignoring your calling. We then have the World, which is completion, wholeness, end of a cycle, or emptiness, stagnation and delays if it's reversed. And now we come to our pip card, or our minors. And I do like these. I like this deck. This is going to be great. It's a nice size to handle. I love the backs on them. And I also love the fact that they are just so simple, the backs. There's my Sam barking. You can always tell the difference between Sam and Sally's bark. Here's the Ace of Coins. Just so simple in style. 2 of Coins. 3 of Coins. 4 of Coins. 5 of Coins. 6 of Coins. 7 of Coins. 8 of Coins. 9 of Coins. 10 of Coins. Page. Knight. Queen. And King. So far, so good. My only, and it's a tiny criticism, my only criticism is that the print is so tiny. It is very, very tiny. But on the cards themselves, I haven't really had to use this too much. When it came to reading the back of the box and the instructional cards, I did have to use it, but the print, because there's less print, they've been able to write that slightly bit bigger on the actual cards themselves. I'm looking forward to showing you the reading cloth. Next we've got cups. Here we have our Ace of Cups. 2 of Cups. Here my 2 dogs killing each other outside. 3 of Cups. Oh, I do like this 3 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Then we have 5 of Cups. Gosh, my voice is going funny today. 6 of Cups. Seven of Cups, our Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. That's lovely, I like that. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, our Queen of Cups, and our King of Cups. I actually like the simplicity of the drawings, I really do. I think they're lovely. It makes the feel, the actual feel, physical feel you get off this deck is that it is making tarot more accessible. And for the likes of my son and others who are growing up in today's modern world, I do feel this is a step in the right direction. I do feel that following this, if we haven't managed to get to grips with the traditional style deck, that that should never be overlooked. I feel that learning with this and maybe having the deck drawn out alongside a traditional RWS deck and seeing the physical links, seeing the physical similarities and differences, seeing how, for instance, if we take two of the Ace of Swords and seeing an Ace of Sword in a traditional deck, looking at that, you have your keywords, but what else do you get? And when you hold up a traditional Ace of Swords, what does that add to what this card has already given you? So working two in conjunction with each other, you know, sitting down and studying it, and having something with this ease and simplicity is giving them a life ring, really, when it comes to tarot. There we go, that's our Ace of Swords, our Two of Swords, our Three of Swords, Four. I do apologise about the barking, people. Five of Swords, Six of Swords, I like the way this Seven of Swords has been done. It's drawn on the back of the t-shirt. There you go, Seven of Swords. And it's using a very modern theme of cheating. Albeit that's not such a modern theme, that's always gone on, but it's portrayed in a more modern manner. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. And our King of Swords. And finally come to our wands. Oh, I do like that. I love that. I just love it. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. our graduate celebrating. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, that'll be my son, fearless, risk-taker, free spirit. Queen of Wands, I suppose I could describe all 3 of them really, and King of Wands. So that is the Broke Bitch Tarot. I came across it on Etsy, and I will put a link to their Etsy page underneath in the description box. Now, what I also purchased, which I thought was great, because we all talk about, you know, the Celtic cross spread, and do we use it, how do we learn it, is it that difficult? I learned the Celtic cross spread a long time ago and find that I can use it with ease, but I also find that I'm also one that tends to adjust things to suit me as I go along. So sometimes I will use that layout, but maybe have a little bit of difference in some of the positioning on the cross itself. So what have we got here? This is the reading cloth. It's a lovely size, it's a lovely material, and it's one of those materials that you know will fold nicely and fit into the smallest of spaces if you're travelling, if you want to take a cloth with you. So first of all, it's got each of the suits, and underneath the suits, if we look here, we can see, here we've got swords, pentacles, and then down here we have got cups and wands, and then we've got different things written on the positions. So underneath each of the suits, on top of the information that's already been given to us on the little handwritten card, it gives us the element. So for pentacles we have the element of earth, and then it gives us the astrological houses. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then where does it fit in? It fits into home, finances and physical body. Swords, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it's thoughts, ideas and communication. Then we have cups, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, emotions, relationships and intuition. And then we have wands, fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, action, creativity and adventure. And then it gives us a little bit more. We have the phases of the moon. So new moon, introspection and shadow work. Waxing moon, attraction, manifestation and personal development. Full moon, divination, healing and charging. And waning moon, habit breaking, cord cutting and repelling. Then cleanse or refresh your deck with clear crystals, moon baths, smoke cleansing or meditation. So even though it's, what could take, excuse me, what could take some of us reams of paper to explain have just been put down in the form of keywords. And do you know something? I love it. Each of the positions, so at the top, first of all, starting off the 2 in the centre, present and conflict. Up above, dreams. Down below, unconscious mind. To the left, we have the past. To the right, the near future. Then we have advice, internal, external, and long term. So that will be something that your student can work with, and the positions fit the sizes of the cards. Okay, so they really all go together very, very nicely. I'm actually excited about this. My son that's learning the tarot is visiting me today. He's my youngest son, and I'm really looking forward to his arrival. So I thought I would make this video for anybody out there who's looking for something to help their child, brother, sister, friend set foot into the world of tarot. This, I feel, is one of the best study decks for younger people, for modern day, and for those that have that sort of carefree attitude. And like I say, you can use it on its own, you can use it to run alongside a traditional RWS, and you can get a midway sort of deck, for instance, something like the Modern Day Witch, or you can even get something like the Druid Craft, so that you've got difference. And as you're working through one, you use that as your main, and say, well, look at these, that also. So you've got the ace of coins here, the ace, okay, of coins all along. That's telling you this, but what extra are you getting from that? What else are you getting from that? What else are you getting from that one there? So they can see that they can draw from images, that they can draw from symbols, and they're learning it while having fun. It's a real fun deck. So I hope that's helpful to someone out there who's looking for something like this. And like I say, the link to their Etsy shop will be in my description box. So I just wanted to say to Kat and Taryn, thank you very much for a lovely deck and cloth, and good luck in your business and production of future tarot decks. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.